Dr. Adelu Adediran. I'll be taking you through a very short clip on a guide on how to write a thesis. When you say a thesis is a document that is submitted to complete an academic degree or a professional qualification in order to present the research and finding of an author. Essentially, there are essential items that are supposed to be in the thesis. Number one is the title page. You have the abstract, you have the table of content, you have list of tables and figures, you have introduction, you have the methods, you have your result, then you have your discussion, then you have your conclusion, and you have recommendation. Or sometimes it can be called future work, and then you have acknowledgement, and you have references. Then last of all, you have appendix. Now, under the title page, of course, you have the first page of that is always, it contains the following: the title, the thesis title, okay. Then you have the author's name, you have the institution, you have the department that the author belongs to, you have the submission date, and you have the degree program, okay. Then the supervisor's name, and then the institution, and in some cases you might put your email addresses. So I mean, all the items under the title page, they are thesis title, author's name, institution, department, submission date, degree program, research supervisor, institution, their institution, and the email, as the case may be. Now, under the abstract, when you say abstract, it's a shortened form of your thesis. Okay, it is always written so that you can explain the thesis in details. Okay, now sometimes your abstract could be quantitative, it should be readable, it should be concise, and you keep in mind all this when you are writing your abstract. It is a way of actually explaining to anyone what your thesis is all about. Sometimes there might be words limitation depending on the institution you belong to. Some places they might say, okay, maybe 400 words, some places 300, 350, and sometimes some places they want it to be paragraph. You just need to adhere strictly to the details stated in your institution. And that's one thing you need to know, is that your abstract must not have citation. Okay, so you should not repeat the information in your title page. Okay, and then when needed you can use number. Okay, you have to be explicit. So your abstract should contain answer to specific questions. Okay, questions such that why does it matter? Okay, what did you learn? Okay, and what method was used? Okay, and what are the implications of the method used? Okay, so these are some of the content that must be in abstract, and we have what we call table of content as part of your thesis. Okay, there's a section in which you have all the content, the headings, subheadings, and the page numbers. The index subheadings, they are in this aspect. Then you have what we call the list of your figures. Okay, and all your figures, you list them, and the title, the list, page numbers. Okay, and you have your introduction. This is very important. Okay, it's in this part of your paper you set the topic. Okay, you present the topic and the relevance of the topic to reader. So now you need to write a good introduction, and it must be, your findings must be well linked. Okay, okay, this author said this, and so you must describe what the research topic is all about. You define the scope, you have the statement of your problem that indicates why the study is to be taken. This is very, very important. Then you do not repeat your abstract on this area, then you narrow down the focus of your work, then you discuss the existing research work and show how your paper is relevant to solve certain problem that is discussed in the course of your work. Then you state the questions and the research your objectives. Okay, then you value structure of your paper, a verbal roadmap to guide the reader. Then the methods. This is very important. You want to ask yourself, what kind of research are you doing? This is it qualitative, experimental, quantitative, and what have you. Then the methods that will be used in your work, the tools you intend to use, these are very important. So then your results also, when you have your result, you need to show this. You need a good use of tables, graphs, and statistics to be able to. You need to include even negative results, because by telling people you have negative results, you are telling them this is not how to. The results. This is what you find out. So you draw inferences and add your other expectations. Then you now discussion of your result. You find out what authors have done. Okay, so you explain your work using scientific meanings, interpretations. Okay, you start your work with few sentences, and then you summarize the most important thing about the work. Then the conclusion, you write your conclusion, then your references. Okay, I'll be taking you in another short clip on how to do references. Then you have your recommendation, acknowledgement, then appendix. Thank you for your kind attention.